And so all we can do is go ahead and review our next movie when it takes place on the open sea, far from land, far from any other ships.
Take your best shot. Motherfucker.
You're a dead meat, slime bag. Yo, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
It's kind of a variation on all those great old thrillers about dangerous hitchhikers. The performances are strong, the action is straightforward, the suspense is real, and the movie is a good, sound action adventure.
I'm really glad that you like this because I wasn't sure whether anyone else would like the picture. There is some familiar stuff, cliched stuff at the end with the killer that I won't go into, and we've seen that all before. But the bulk of this movie is really quite effectively directed, shot, and cast, exceptionally well cast with realistic type people who suddenly have this awful thing happen to them.
Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, New York has a new problem.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JEFFMAN316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JEFFMAN316. Caught me having a little drink there. So what's up, everybody? I know we got a couple people already in the house. Dougie Fresh, hot off of his big night of karaoke. Rick is always the first in the house. How are you, my friend? I'm great. How about you? Yep, tonight we watch Two Weird Entries. Yeah, so we end up doing Jason Goes to Hell. This one and the next one are pretty weird. Doug says hello and hello to me. So yeah, it is about full of mistakes. Sometimes you have to forgive them, though, because you have to remember Paramount didn't give a shit about this. So I'm sure they might not even had a continuity person on set. So yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping by to watch Friday the 13th. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. I'm pumped. Let's rock. Peter, do you actually like Part 8? I kind of do. It's one of those guilty pleasures. I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is. I think it gets a lot of hate just because it's not. He isn't in Manhattan at all. He's in Vancouver. But either way, so as I always do, I'll give you the the plot synopsis off of Internet Movie Database. A whole high school senior class is finally graduating. For that, they get a luxury cruise they get onto a luxury cruise ship called the Lazarus. At the beginning, they're all having fun, including our main heroine, Rennie, who has a serious problem with the water because of past traumatic events. And then Jason is accidentally awakened from his watery grave, and he ends up stalking a ship full of graduating high school students headed to Manhattan. So yeah, number one, I don't know how this fucking boat actually gets to the open sea from where it's at. But either way, it's got a lot of problems, but it's fun. Part 8 was the one that allowed Jason's to morph. And no, I hate it. Yeah, it's one of the ones I like to, it's a guilty pleasure. I like all of them a little bit, little aspects of it. It's got some pretty cool scenes. I like that Peter used some of this to, as seeds also in his movie, Roseblood. But either way, so I don't know that this is free on anything. I know you can stream. Ironically, it's not on Paramount Plus, but you can stream the movies on Max. I don't know why. It's just stupid as hell. But maybe when they lose the rights, it'll go back to Paramount. But you would think Paramount would want to at least have the first 8 of their movies on their of the the series franchise on their service. But either way, I do like the Kane Hodder comes back, and it's got some pretty decent moments. I wouldn't say kills because most of the kills are cheesy and cut down. But thoughts on your last 2 comments? What was your comments? Let's see. Surprised these guys actually like the one. Dude, do you not get the irony of my Siskel and Ebert clips? 9 times out of 10, those clips are not from the movies that we're watching. I think they reviewed up through part 4 that I could find on YouTube. They didn't review 6, 7, 8, or 9 at all that I can find on a YouTube clip. So I took I took the clips from a movie called is it Dead Again? It's the one Out to Sea with Nicole Kidman about a cruise ship, and I spliced that in there because it was talking about a cruise ship. But either way, so let's get into this epic fun movie of Friday the 13th Part 8. So I went back and looked. We never watched the first fucking movie, so that's a sin right there. But we watched 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get ready to watch 8. We'll have to watch 9. We watched Jason X, and we watched the remake. So we've only got 2 left after this one, and we'll watch the whole franchise on here. So if anybody is new to my channel, go back and check out some of those watch-alongs. We rarely ever watch the whole movie. We bullshit during most of it. But the Friday the 13th ones seem to be the funnest ones because we don't get a lot of people at the beginning, but we do end up with a lot of people randomly dropping in, I find out. So I've got mine queued up with Voodoo because I bought the set that ended up having the digital codes in it. So I think I've got the digital codes from the first 8. Yeah, The Haunting of Julia. I'm pretty sure I watched that Shout 4K. I'd already seen it. It's a decent movie. It's not the greatest. Let me tilt this over a little bit. Look, I got Nakatomi Plaza from Die Hard there. That was my little advent calendar. We got a little bit of everything in the background here. So I'm going to go ahead. Do you have it queued up, Doug? Because if so, I'm going to open up my Roku app and we'll get ready started. So let's go through the cast real quick. Obviously, you get Kane Hodder returning as Jason, and he returns one more time after this one. Jensen Daggett plays Rennie, and I don't know who the hell anybody else is that matters in this movie. Peter Mark Richmond plays Charles. Is anybody else that anybody gives a shit about in this movie? Vincent Craig Dupree plays Julius. He's a pretty important character. He's linked into Peter Anthony's Roseblood. Kelly Hugh is in it. She's done some other stuff after this, but yeah, let's get ready to go. This movie was directed by Rob Hedden. Is that how you pronounce his name? It came out was it 1989? Yep, rated R, an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, Ken Kersinger, he's in it like a bit part. He's that fry cook in the little diner who went on to play Jason in the remake. So you end up with some little Jason on Jason action. I actually like this one. Shows the brute force of Jason. Yeah, there's good aspects of this one that we can talk about, and then there's some really shitty aspects to it. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up my Roku app on here, and let me get it on my earbuds, and then we'll get ready to go. And the fucking Cowboys are playing, so they usually win when I don't watch them, so I'm not going to even look to see what's going on. Jason. Who plays Jason in 8 also? Kane Hodder plays Jason in 8. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. You talking about when he's playing. He's basically the stunt performer. He also did the trailer. You talking about the trailer where he's standing in New York? I remember seeing that in the movie theater, marking out for it, and then leaving the theater and walking by and seeing the iconic poster that had I Love New York with Jason busting through it. And then they literally the next weekend when I went to the movie to see something, they had pulled that poster out because of the copyright. New York, I guess, didn't want it on there. But I like the opening song on this one. Kane calls it jazz hands. I ain't doing no countdown, man. I'm just starting it. Let's go. My damn thing paused for some reason. What the hell's going on? I had to restart mine. My Roku app froze. Sorry. So I might be a little bit behind you guys. I'm not fixing it. Yeah, Kane called it jazz hands. Hey, Peter, did you have any other links into this one other than Julius? I can't remember. It's been a while since you and I talked about part 8. I know when we did our we call it ranking of the franchise, we talked about this one a little bit. But like I said, I like this little opening to being a little different with the radio, guy talking to radio starting. In the darkest side of the night. I like that. My drink's a little strong. Sorry. The funny part about this is basically, I didn't notice it when I first saw it. Is they're showing all these characters in it at the beginning who end up being the people that in the locations that he interacts with when they actually get to quote unquote New York. I was like, so there's nobody else in this town other than these people? I ain't worried about a countdown for this thing, man. Who's VC Dupree? Hey, Peter, do you think that how do you think Kane Hodder would have been, or any of you guys, if he had actually been in Freddy versus Jason? I thought he'd been pretty fucking awesome in it. I thought the Ken was good Jason, but I don't know. I thought he just looked a little odd. Maybe they wanted him to tower over top of Freddy. This has got a pretty decent soundtrack to it. Like I said, I like this beginning song. I wonder why they chose this. Do you know? Does anybody know why they chose to start it with a real sounding song instead of some of the iconic Friday music? I've literally done in the past no research on part 8 at all. But I know a lot of people hate on it because he doesn't, he's not in New York. Really. And then when he does, it's like 3/4 of the way through the movie. I never hated it for that. As much as other people did. I mean, it's Friday the 13th, so you can't expect them to put too much money or resources into it. I don't know. Maybe they're partying the night early. I know Gigi said she might be on here, but she was doing some deliveries tonight because help pay some bills. But I wouldn't have been able to be on here tomorrow night anyway. Plus, I don't think anybody would want to look at me while they're counting down New Year. So we're starting with the boat in Crystal Lake. I like that aspect. What I don't like is in how. So they're listening to the same radio station that's playing in Manhattan. And why would the New York announcer be talking about Crystal Lake's graduating class? Either way, our Lord is a great one, young friends. Are you karaokeing again tomorrow night? How much you drink to get up before you get up there and sing to everybody? At least you get some fucking side boob in this one. Those other two at the beginning of the last movie, you don't see anything. Friday the 13th, the movies go up and down, man. Like, you got a couple of them that are, 4 and 5 that are full of nudity, and then you get to 6, 7, and 8, and you got virtually nothing. So you don't get a lot of nudity in the last cut, and 6, 7, and 8. You get some pretty edited kills, and then you don't have hardly any cursing in it. These movies right now would probably be glorified PG-13 if they came out in this exact form. Nowadays, and people were talking about back then how bad they were. So they pull a Jaws 2 here, and the anchor grabs the power line. What are these fucking idiots running power lines across lakes for like that without burying them? Did they really do that in the 80s? You really don't drink alcohol. So we got to do a little monologue here to tell us about the story once again. At least, I know Rick was talking about how Jason's look is different, but at least it's not like 6 and 7. Like, he goes into the lake in 6 with gloves and totally different color clothes on and comes out with them all dark. At least he's been under the water for over a year in this one. And maybe his skin drooped or almost like melted a little bit because of it. Well, maybe that's why it looks a little different, but at least his clothes didn't change color. And they cost everybody. It's got to be more than just that camp with that power line there. She's like, you better get busy checking it out, or I'm not going to get busy. If it was so easy for him to break the chains, why wouldn't he have done that when he went in there at the end of 7? And 7, I never understood the end anyway, because her dad grabs him and pulls him under. And was that a dream? And if it wasn't, where's her dad at? And why was he being held down there under this dock parts? That's it. I'm looking for logic. So is Jason so popular they're like selling replica masks back then like they do now for real? This dude gets one and it's even got the cut in it. I guess they could, because in Scream they're selling the ghost face mask because there's people wearing it. We would do that. We would celebrate the killers. If it was a real one wearing a mask, we would sell it. Everybody in these movies, these later ones, man, they're doing it wearing all their clothes. Jason fucking stays wet the whole movie. She's probably wishing she was wet the whole movie. Why wouldn't she yell in the move? Jason's like, I've never used one of these before. Hey Doug, later if we get a couple people on here, I got your Light My Fire video saved on here. We can show you karaokeing. See, if I was that bitch, I'd have jumped in the water and swam away. She's crazy. Like I like this look of Jason right here. And I understand when he first gets out of the water, how he'd be wet. But I mean, come on now. He wouldn't be wet the whole damn movie. I know. I only saved the one so far on my computer, though. Jason looks like a swamp creature. Yeah, I know. I have no clue why he's always wet. So he kills her. That's pretty weak. Which one was that? Tell me which one they were. I can't listen to them because it'll mess up my headphones. The first, second, or third one? The third one is the one I saved. Did you win anything? I think this girl here is cute, Rennie, but I think she's one of the weaker final girls of the whole franchise. She don't do shit. Do everybody think it's weird that every movie Jason gets outwitted by a female? Friday the 13th is the ultimate final girl franchise. They all survive until what was the one from number one who died at the beginning of number two. None of the damn women want to return for a sequel. Here comes that boat. Here's this movie's version of Crazy Ralph. Which one? So that'd be the first one. Let me see if I can save that one. Man, that woman's got the ultimate 80s frizz hair. Dougie. Good old Dougie. Let me see if it'll let me load it on here real quick. I won't do it yet. I'll do it later. I got it. She graduated in high school I mean, I was 17 when I graduated, but shortly turned 18. So he's her legal guardian. When she turned 18, she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. How old is this girl? He's trying to make his son into a sea captain when he doesn't want to be. Don't you think they would have already had this discussion about what he wants to do and doesn't want to do, as far as he used that sexton? After watch it, I click on my phone. That's when it ends up pausing my Roku. You forgetting something, mister? So, hey, Doug, when you win, if you win karaoke, what do you win? Do they have any prizes? Oh, him and his daddy don't get along. Jason coming aboard. Permission to come aboard, Captain? It's doomed. It's got a death cuss. Lazarus. So I want to know how they get from a lake and then in New Jersey to out to sea. That's just weird. I only won at a fair once. I won scratch off. I won like $5. At the bar you go to, what do they actually give as prizes to somebody who wins? Otherwise, I haven't been to a place that if you win, it's singing. Jason forgot his ticket. Yeah, he had to sneak aboard the Love Boat. You know, a lot of those the girls I've looked up, a lot of these final girls in these movies, they don't. A lot of them don't do anything after they're in these movies. Like if you look her up, I mean, she's done some stuff, but like nothing major. Like she was in Major League, Back to the Minors. She was in some. She was in Project Alf, Home Improvement episodes. A lot of TV stuff like Matlock. Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. Anybody ever remember that? That's got Ash, you know, from Evil Dead. But like a lot of TV stuff after this. 21 Jump Street, but no major movies. I mean, I'm not considering Major League Back to the Minors. I think that was made for video. So like really nothing. That's the two movies she's known for. So I mean, what the hell do these girls do these movies for and then they don't do shit afterwards? Oh, it finally shipped. I haven't watched it yet. I was gonna watch it the other day and then I got busy. I heard it's better than what's the one same company made that Kill Her Goat. They heard it was way better than that. What's with that dude? His haircut looks worse than hers. Don't be a dweeb. What a 90s term. Other than that blonde chick, they definitely don't do enough with the females that are in this movie. There he is. Here's Mr. Wet. When the boat like set sail, why would they stop the boat to let her off? So this will be the last BAM box, right? I mean, we get an official like last one for December, right? I can't remember. I don't even know if I got a tracking notice for BAM. Yeah, this is it. I haven't seen anybody post any updates of what they got. So, my BAM. Yeah, that was the November one that we did 2 weeks ago that I posted that video on. So, I haven't seen anybody that I normally see post videos of the BAM box, the new ones. So I don't guess anybody's got it yet. Why would this chick right here be rocking out down there? I know she said the acoustics are good, but come on now. She ain't no boy playing that guitar more than I am. And then she like starts screaming and then the music doesn't change. So she wasn't playing the guitar at all. Whack. At least you got some blood splatter on the camera. So like there are no planned activities like throughout the day. They just let them on that ship just to sit there in their little what do you call them? I don't know what they just their rooms. I don't know if it's anything. Do they call the rooms anything special on a cruise ship? You don't even get any nudity from the chick with the small boobs. She's having her flashbacks. Does the dog sense something? Does this when she sees, I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched this one. She sees the little boy, yep. So this is Jason. This is what Rick was talking about at the beginning. So Jason's outside the portal. I know she's seeing it, but she sees him as a regular boy instead of a mongoloid that he was when he came up out of the water at the end of the first one. Which is, I know that was a dream too, but that was the way he was supposed to look. So what the hell? Why would they have him look normal there? You know, the funny part about it is, I know there's a scene where they supposedly kill a bunch of people on the dance floor, but you don't see it. There's a bunch of people standing right here with this guy that you never see in the movie again. So, like, how many murders did Jason actually have in this movie? When they do the counts, I should have looked up on that DVD box set or whatever. How many people did Jason kill? Because do you only go on screen, or do you go? There's a lot of boys here right there that you never see again after this scene. So I'm assuming they're in that dance club part and they all get killed. She's the only one that she would consider doing it with, other than the deckhand. I said deckhand. I didn't say something anything else. Yeah, I got it. It's pretty cheesy. It's not that good of a movie. If it's got some decent kills and a bunch of nudity in it. So if that's all you really want, then it's good. But if you actually want a decent story and um, some good acting or anything like that, it's basically your run of the mill cheesy uh, B horror movie, indie horror movie. But Chicken, it's pretty hot. The one that's nude, doing cocaine up in the movie, or cocaine as they call it. Yeah, I think he played the goat head killer, whatever. I forget what they called him. She's trying to make the nice young little girl do some cocaine. What was the name? I can't remember the actress that was in that Kill Her Goat. Let's see. Ariel Racine. Yeah, Goat Face is what they called him. Kane Hodder played Goat Face. I think this movie would have done better with some Henry Manfredini music in it. The music just isn't the same. Doesn't sound as cool. So you thought it was going to be Jason, but it was the principal. Are you girls doing cocaine and you didn't give me any of it? We were just exploring each other. Yeah, it should have been. They could have at least shown, like in that cabin in part 6 where he kills that girl and the blood's everywhere. They could have at least shown like some body parts or something laying around afterwards. Pretty cheesy. One of the Universal Monsters got, I believe, Ian the Wolfman got his loot fright ruined it for me because he showed a pic. Oh, really? So I don't get that. I guess I got to sign up for a new one. You think that's what I should get? Should I get loot fright? you know, um, this is the problem. Not that I'm complaining about anybody, but you was talking about why didn't any of the regulars from it. A lot of those people don't pay attention when they're on here. We're talking so much because I guarantee you a bunch of them will contact me tomorrow and want to know why I'm not live. Zobi, how much is that? Do you get the Zobi one? I don't remember which ones you get. How much is that? It's $50 total, 45. Did you unbox your last one? I can't remember. I need to I don't know if I want to spend that much. I guess the other one was getting pretty close to that. But damn, between that and that we call it uh horror pack, man, that's got a lot of money every month. Huh. I'll have to think about that. Yeah, gotta wait until January for the next one. Tell me what was in your last one again. I guess maybe that's what I'm gonna end up having to get. Do you get an autograph every month? Zobi. It's not every month. Is that a quarterly? Well, damn, maybe I should do that one then. Zobi Right. You talking about the autograph isn't every month? It says it's a monthly box. I can get a discount code. Let's see. Enter my email address. Do you get a referral? Is that's easy for me to say. Yeah, an autograph, a T-shirt, usually a pin. It says I got 5% off. Woo! I guess that's better than nothing. You can add a mystery autograph 8x10 grab bag for $25. So the next box is Silent Hill, Universal Monsters, Killer Clowns, and Hostel Part 2. They're sold out of a shirt that would fit me, so I guess I'll wait for the next one. So you need to unbox that one, and then I'll think about it. Hey, so Jason is coming through the mirror in her next illusion, and he is a mongoloid. What's Spooky Box Club? I saw somebody recommend that one. So Loot Fright, 4 to 6 fan favorite horror items, which may include collectibles, apparel, home goods, all tailored to horror fans. Spooky Box Club. No, thank you. There's a book one. Oh well. I'll do the loot one. I guess I'll do it next. Like the February. So I'll look at your unboxing if you post that on the channel, Doug. This is when the chick, she should have been nude right here. Dude. Come on, it's Friday the 13th. And they're supposed to be seniors, so she could have been over 18. I mean, really, how much hairspray did you use? So she got this dude to set the principal up. He let that go pretty long, man, for her before he told her to get off of him. I thought he's the principal. He's the teacher. Yeah, he let that linger a little too long to not like it. Good old VHS. He's like, well, I'm gonna grab you and I'll be holding a magnet and yet I'll erase that tape. So are we really gonna suffer through Jason Goes to Hell next Sunday? She don't even give him any pity booty, man. He did all her dirty work. She could have at least given him a hand job. Come on now. Don't be uppity. No, she's a bitch. She ain't an asshole. So you get to see some silhouettes of her in the shower. Who stands there in the shower like holding like her arms over all the important parts? Zobe Fright you sent? Is that the one I looked at? Do you get anything if I subscribe like under you? Yeah, that's the one I looked at. They don't have a shirt my size for the next one, so I'm gonna skip it. I vote we never watch Jason Goes to Hell. Dude, we've suffered through them all. We have to watch. We have to watch it. You get to see some butt crack with her right there. It's probably a stunt double. She had a stunt butt crack double. She's like, instead of running away, she's trying to get a towel to be like, don't look at my boobies. He's still wet. He's been out of the water for like an hour. Come on now. Why is he wet? Yeah, we got to watch it, man, because we can just make fun of it if nothing else. Wah. You got to see the devil worm go up into the woman's hoo hoo. Was it a ha ha? I thought that red light was cool when he's grabbing. What is that supposed to be? A harpoon? Why is 19 months? I was laughing at somebody at work because we were talking about um, when kids up until they're 24 months old, you use months. So, like when they're 23 months old, you still say months, but when they're 24, you can start saying they're two. That's ignorant. Yeah, you can watch the unrated version. I'll do that too. But if anybody doesn't have it, they can watch whatever's on streaming. I've got that right here. Let's see if I can get it. Evil has finally found a home. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Both unrated and theatrical versions. Did you get the replacement disc, Doug, that goes with that? I've got them and never put them in the case. Because they had, yeah, I never put them in there. I got the replacement disc. You get the one for Jason Goes to Hell, the one from Friday 13th 3, and the one for Jason X. I still got them in the sleeve. I got that Rosemary's Baby replacement disc. I don't know if I told you. So yeah, the unrated version is 91 minutes and the regular version is 88 minutes. What was the reversible cover art? Oh, it just says Jason Goes to Hell and he's not coming back. Yeah, I'll leave that out on top. That way I don't have to pull the disc back out. Hey Rick, do you have the Screen Factory set? Yeah, so where are all the other dead people at? I see dead people. I see Jason Voorhees. This ship is doomed. You're all doomed. This dude's a douchebag. The teacher. He died in 2021. He was 93 years old. Was anything any good? He was in Pool All Junkies. Hey, he did some voices on some animated stuff. Spider-Man, Batman, the animated series. He was in Naked Gun 2.5. He was in the Swamp Thing TV show. School is out. Everybody in the 80s and 90s was on Murder, She Wrote. I was just kidding. I know we have to watch it. Yeah, I have to Screen Factor. We'll all plan on watching the unrated. If nobody else shows up, we'll watch the unrated version. He was in episodes of T.J. Hooker and Knight Rider. Yeah, Rick, did you get those replacement discs? I can't even remember what the replacement discs were for. Friday 13th. Screen Factory replacement discs. Or here they are. Friday 13th Part 3, when viewing in 3D, the first instance of the 3D opening credits does not come out of the screen correctly. So it's just fixing the credits in 3D. Up next is Jason Goes to Hell Unrated, which is missing the snapped wrist gore in the uncut scene. And then Jason X is missing some audio during the scene in which Jason kills the counselors in a sleeping bag. Do those discs sell for anything? Because I remember when everybody was getting theirs, I complained to them that I didn't get mine. And they sent me that's something else. They sent me an extra pack. So I got 2 sets of replacement discs. Just from me complaining. So here's the girl in the dance play. There's nobody in there but her. So where in the hell are all the other people that were down there when they were fighting? I like the look, like I said, of Jason in this when he's forceful coming into the rooms and stuff. Kane Hodder does a really good job of that stuff. Anybody is I was looking at the Dallas score. It looks like Detroit hit the ball. Dallas winning 17-13. And Goff just threw an interception. So it looks like Dallas might actually win this game. So what does he do? I don't remember how he kills her. Does he just choke her? I like how he's pretty powerful. Yeah, he basically chokes her and breaks her neck here, I guess. And then throws her, right? They should have had him pick her up and put her head through the disco ball and then had her sitting there spinning. That'd have been pretty epic. Because otherwise, that's a pretty weak kill, man. So I guess we'll never know where all the other kids in here were. So they're looking through the ship and they don't see any dead bodies. That always used to bother me. Movie camera guy. I used to have a pretty big camcorder. It wasn't quite that big, but it was pretty damn big. And I remember having the video stuff, like holding it. How awkward that was. So he's zooming in to find out. That's not Jason at all. You dumbass. And he's going to record it. Here he comes. The wet bandit himself, Mr. Jason Voorhees. Run away. There's the guitar. That dude looked like he was on fire before he landed on that stuff, dude. What the hell? Yeah, part 7 is so much better than this one. You was talking about Jason Goes to Hell. At least Jason Goes to Hell has got some pretty good kills. What's up, brother? Glad you got home safe from your trip. All this motherfucker does is bitch about people and talk down to them. What kind of teacher is this guy? Dougie says sup. The boat, it's on fire. Let it burn. Was he released? You sent me that thing. Was it you or somebody sent me a post? Yeah, you sent it. It's yeah, it says he's been you said in the thing that he's been given his notice. Don't mind you. Did he get I didn't click on it because I've been watching this. Did he get fired or did he give his notice or was he gonna get fired so he gave his notice? I don't know who's gonna be showing up. Everybody said it's everybody from Batista to Cena to Sasha Banks. They just said a former champion. And it's supposed to be somebody that's not on the current roster. But I mean, it's probably just gonna be Stone Cold or somebody showing up. It's not gonna be anybody that stays. But I guess they're just trying to make that show huge because it's first day of the year. Well, Andrade, saying it's a former champion, that'd be kind of weak because he was only a champion on NXT. Yeah, probably Batista, and he'll be announced for the Hall of Fame. They should let him have one final match. Wonder who he'd fight. He could fight Randy Orton. Roman better lose that fucking belt at WrestleMania. Yeah, he's not that. Him saying he's not confirming or denying is basically him saying tune in because it's gonna happen.
It was a night
You hear
before
that?
Christmas, and all through the castle, my monsters were having a Yuletide hassle. The tree was all trimmed in the
I don't have my
glitters
volume on.
things,
Can you hear
like
that?
werewolf fangs and vampire wings. But they were up to no good. Didn't act like good monsters should. They found themselves a new play. They planned to rob Santa's sleigh. They were making a list and checking it twice. Frankenstein wanted a shiny new trike, a new chain for Janusz, a brace for Igor's back, a speed shaver for Wolfman, a new cape for Drac. But they were up to no good. Didn't act like good monsters should. They found themselves a new play. They planned to rob Santa's sleigh. The mummy was the signal from the castle roof, and the very first sound of a reindeer hoof. As Santa slid down the chimney wall, the zombies were to make off with sleigh and all. From beyond the moat arose such a clatter. I jumped to the window to see what was the matter. Like a bolt of lightning, it happened so quick. And there in their midst stood old Saint Nick. He began to dig down deep in his sack. He came up with the traction for Igor's back. Drac got his cape, Frankie's trike made him behave. Even Wolfman was happy,
Doug's
now
a
he
movie
can
star.
shave. And all ended well. And Santa was really swell. No need to rob Santa's sleigh. And maybe next year he'll come back. Till the children everywhere were spread, spared the grief of losing their presents to a monster sleigh thief. Now the monsters love Santa and say they'll behave and never again rob sleighs or graves. Igor, what do you think of Santa now? Ah, Santa, good. What did Santa said as he drove
Man, you
off
got into it.
the
You're doing the
side?
Frankenstein.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas to all, and all good night. Ah.
Doug rules. Took a break from this shit movie. I forgot how boring it was, like when they're on the ship. Like when he starts killing people. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to I didn't ask you could I play it, so I felt kind of bad. You want me to play the rest of it? Did we run Cody off? Did Dallas win? Dallas winning by 7. Oh my God. Fucking the Detroit's already down there. Might as well. I don't know. Let's see if it let me.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, dashing through the snow. Where is that reindeer? with a red nose. I'm Dancer, I'm Dasher, I'm Comet and Cupid. Oh,
There you go. Doug went all in and did the sound effects and everything. Now it's out there in the ether, Doug. You got it all out there on YouTube for the world to see forever. If I ever get famous and everybody goes back and looks at my videos, they'll be able to see the great Doug. These motherfuckers still on the boat. This thing drags out, man. Jesus Christ. Detroit's getting ready to score and tie the game. All right, so are they saying that Jason didn't kill those people, that the boat catching on fire killed all the people in the restaurant? Why weren't all the main characters, at least one of them, in the restaurant then? What were they doing? I'll save the other one if we have more people next week. I'll play it. I got them both saved on here. Lightning striking the ship. I just got terrible luck in this one. I thought I had some candy or something. Oh, look, I got some cookie dough bites that I didn't eat at the theater that time. Jason's like, pussies. Who gets on a boat? He's like, I'm going to just jump in the water and walk across the bottom of the ocean. Like the, remember the zombie, was it Land of the Dead, who learned that they could do that? He's like, Julius, get in here. I'll knock your block off. Yeah, I'll save the Light My Fire one. It won't be Christmas like next week, so we won't do a Christmas one. Hey, Doug, this is just being funny. You got your shirt on? Fucking Detroit scored. You're already tied up. That's bullshit. Who cares, Christmas or not? Well, that's true. It's the fog. It's rolling in. Shit. I asked, do you have your shirt on now? Those pictures you sent me last time. Remember, I was joking that you didn't have your shirt on. Look, I got some digital codes I found that I think I don't need. And since nobody really showed up tonight, I'll let you pick. Doug, I'll give you one digital code, and I'm going to tell you which ones I think. I don't know if this last one is good, but it might be. So don't, if you pick the last one, it's not good, I'll give you another one. Do you want a digital code for American Graffiti? I think that's the 4K. Violent Night, the 4K. The Sting, I think that's 4K. Animal House. Smile, which I think you already have. Maximum Overdrive, or the Black Phone. I think the Black Phone, I don't know. That one is the one that's probably, I can't, I might have already redeemed it. The other ones I haven't. I'll give you a digital code. Which one you want? Name which one of those you want, and I'll take a picture and send it to you. Here comes Jason out of the water. And now he's obviously he's wet now. The Sting is Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Let me make sure I do have Maximum Overdrive on my account already. Yep, I do. All right, I'm going to send that to you. Hey, Rick, if you're listening, do you have any of the other ones? Smile, Animal House, The Sting, Violent Night, American Graffiti. And if you pick Black Phone and it doesn't redeem, I'll give you one of the other ones. There you go, Dougie. So Rick, if you're still on here, do you need Smile, Animal House, The Sting, Violent Night, American Graffiti, or potentially Black Phone? So they finally on shore, they get in here, and now they got the drug dealers like basically trying to sexually assault Rennie. Why did fucking Detroit go for the 2-point conversion? I don't know. I don't think that's the same actor. But this dude is getting ready to attack her. He reminds me of the dude with the long hair in Creepshow 2. Is Creepshow 2 on Tubi? We need to watch Creepshow 2 one time. Actually, as I've gotten older, I like Creepshow 2 better than Creepshow 1. He's like, lay back and enjoy. I don't think it's the same character. Same guy, I mean. And he's such a minor character, I wouldn't even know where to go look. Okay. I just wanted to make sure since you were around and Doug was around, I was going to give you one as a gift, but no problem. Speaking of that, the person who won my giveaway has never contacted me. I've done everything I can. So I'm going to give them, I'm going to put a post out there and I'm going to give them to the end of maybe like Monday night. And if they don't respond, I'm going to run the giveaway again and give it to somebody else. I've contacted them on a message on YouTube under the thing. I've contacted them. I found them on Instagram and contacted them. They have a YouTube channel where they do video games. I've went under their videos and made comments, and I've told them to contact me, and I've got nothing. So they're going to give up their prize if I don't get anything. Just for proof, here's the person on Instagram. I've contacted them, and they haven't accepted my invite to talk to me. That was on Instagram. And on YouTube, I subscribed to their channel and went under there and put a bunch of comments, and they still have not contacted me. So I don't know what's going on. This is one of the classic scenes that's actually good in this movie when he's fighting Julius, or at least if that's what you want to call it. Jason's like, I'm a bad man. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And I don't understand this part anyway. I know it's supposed to be funny, but why would he be punching him in his hockey mask? The mask would like stop most of that. Why wouldn't he punch him in the stomach or the nuts or? I have no clue what the fuck's going on here. Why would he be punching him in the mask? That's weird. And he damn tires himself out. I didn't say I was officially doing one. I said I should do one. I probably will. I haven't decided. I'm not going to do it. Definitely until I figure out what I'm doing with this other giveaway. Because if I've got the name saved, and if the person doesn't respond in the next couple of days, I'm going to go live and I'm just going to run the names back again and choose another one. I was thinking about giving it to the runner-up, but I don't know that that would be fair because if this person wasn't in there, it would be one less, and maybe the wheel would have spun a little bit different. So I've got the wheel saved with all the names on it, and I'll just run it again, elimination style, and get it down and get another winner. So Sega CD Universe, if you're watching or you watch this, I've contacted you multiple ways and you haven't responded. So I think I got that spiral right here. I've got the steel book, so I really don't need it. I'm assuming the discs are the same as what's in the steel book. So yeah, I got the steel book. When did they last subscribe? I don't know. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure it's been a while because I've seen him comment on my videos for a while. Were you thinking they just subscribed just to get to do the contest? See, this spiral, Lionsgate to me did a poor job on it. The slip cover doesn't have anything other than some blood splatter, and it's so light you can barely see it. It's pink. And then they got splatter on the actual disc, the steelbook itself. So I like the ones where it changes something that's on the cover. I don't know. There's Julius's head in the cop car. And why in the hell there wasn't a Best Buy exclusive steelbook for Saw X? I don't know, because they've had them for the other ones, and they had The Exorcist. I can't remember what other ones there were, but they've had a bunch here at the last month. Why wouldn't they have one for that? Oh, I was gonna look, make sure the special features are the same. I'm assuming it's the same. It's the same disc. Dude, it's so hard to damn read. Audio commentary, the consequences of your actions. Yep, identical. So Rennie crashes the car, and she thinks it could be over. I can't get my shit back in. There we go. So how should I do the giveaway for this? No, but I mean, I don't see anywhere it's got it online. But the only reason I want it, I'll go ahead and tell you. The transfer for the black phone on the 4K is very disappointing. It's one of my least favorites of the year. They didn't improve the picture quality hardly any over the Blu-ray, and then it's really like a dark movie anyway. Like the color palette is like really toned down. It's not a lot of bright colors in it anyway. To me, it looks worse almost in 4K. And I've read a bunch of reviews. A lot of people think that too. But I heard they tweaked the European 4K a little bit, and it's got a little bit brighter color palette. It looks a little bit better. No, I've watched multiple reviews, including somebody that I trust that's got the 4K steelbook, and now it's not the same disc. They did a different remaster overseas than they did in the US. I heard Renfield's got the exact same disc. So I'm not too worried about that, but the black phone looks like shit. Oh shit, my Roku, when I took it out to scratch my ear, it cut the sound off. Very disappointed in Black Phone. Universal did a great job on Megan looks good in 4K. Violent Night looks good in 4K. I've already read and they said that Renfield looked really good in 4K. So yeah, Black Phone disappoints me. And that was the only reason, and when it was cost so much, I had looked and was like, that was one of the reasons I wasn't going to order it. So go figure, the movie that I decided not to order is the one that I should have ordered. That's the way it always is. I've got it bookmarked right here on Orbit DVD. And if I see it come back in stock there, maybe I'll get it, because I can at least do pay in 4 and break it up to where it doesn't cost as much. It's weird when you look up Black Phone on their site that the 4K is like way below everything else, and it's still sold out. It's $40 there. That's another thing. Orbit DVD is sometimes a little bit cheaper. Yeah, that's the one of the jokes with this one. They always say in this one, when Jason gets into New York, that he what do you call it? Like transports himself. Even though the director said it's just the way they cut it, and that he has no intent to say that Jason has any kind of powers. He teleports, as they say. He's going to do it again in this one. Watch. Supposedly he's chasing this guy. And to me, what they're saying is Jason went around the back and met him. Because otherwise, how'd he teleport up there? Yeah, remember, I'm a little bit behind you guys. But the artwork on that Black Phone steelbook was cool. So I should have went with my instincts and should have bought the fucking thing when it came out. But oh well. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I don't know. It's just an inside joke, I guess, to the people who created it. Because, like I said, they said that there was never any intent that he was gonna be like actually able to teleport. So he found her on the street after she'd been coked up by them dudes. Man, they probably use a dirty needle and everything, man. My shit's locked up again. There we go. Like I said, to me, she's one of the weaker final girls. She's scared through the whole movie. She's running. She does nothing to fight back against Jason. She gets doped up in this part. So I don't even know. I guess you consider her final girl because she lives, but so does this dude. So is he a final guy? He does more to help her get away from Jason than she does. That's pretty weak. I like how he's breathing like heavy. At least this is when, like I said, they string together a couple good parts throughout here. I like when he goes walking through this glass. That's pretty damn cool. Much better than Michael busting through the glass in Halloween 2. I'd like to have seen Jason like put his foot up on the rails and slide down. Because think about that. They didn't even show him on the steps, but he made it there all the way down and got on this train car. She got them 80s high ass pants on, I see. Oops, sorry. Jason walking like a boss. Dude, just knock that bitch out. That dude's like, what? I'm fucked up. That's like the fakest like emergency stop ever. So if electricity brought him back to life, why would electricity kill him? Doesn't make much sense. They should have had it where it turned his skin black, like he got burned. I was checking all my apps. I got no contact from that person whatsoever. They're disqualified. I like this part when they get up out of the subway. It's pretty neat. Got that big Foster sign, Sony. Was that Diet Coke? Burger King. Wonder if they did all that. Wonder if there was any of those paid to make sure they were on camera. So it took him forever to get up out of the. For all the other times, he was right behind them, no matter what they did. Just because they shocked him a little bit, he took him forever to get up and come up. There he comes. She sees him. They were sightseeing instead of their ass running and going to the cops and finding somebody to help them. Yeah, they would have helped him about like the black people in Vacation when he pulled over. They'd be like, "Fuck your mama. I'm not even from around here. I'm from the east side of Chicago. I'm here on vacation." And Jason just busted up his boom box. I don't like Jason's look in this when he takes his mask off. The best look he ever had was the last one in part 7. She was just on the phone. Welcome to New York. She's like, oh, people just bust the fucking door down every day. So Peter Anthony, what he was talking about, this dude here, this is the guy that played Jason in some of the stunts in this, and in like he did his own stunt there, and in he plays Jason in the remake of Friday the 13th. Yeah, welcome to New York. He's like, I'm the Duke of New York. I'm a number one. Oh, was he? He was the Jason in Freddy versus Jason, not in the remake. Sorry. You thought that was his best look? I didn't like that look at all. But I swear they had that they wanted somebody to tower over Freddy is the reason they didn't want Kane Hodder to do it. Freddy's probably actually taller than Kane Hodder. So I know it's skipping ahead a little bit, but in what universe do they flood the sewers with toxic waste and shit? They're running down a dream. And Jason's like, well, I'm going to just cut into this tunnel and it's going to put me ahead of you. What about the homeless people that live down here? Where's the toxic Avenger when you need him? So Jason's like the final boss in the video game, man. He just comes out of nowhere. Maybe that's why they do it for no one lives there. I know, but why? What city puts toxic waste into the sewer? I mean, where is it going? Are they flushing it out into the ocean? They should have done something like this, like one of those toxic waste cans or something. They should have just had it to where one of they did some trap or something to put one of them where he falls into it. I know she splashes him with it right here, but like so none of that would have splashed onto her. We just got toxic waste laying around. Like, see, I didn't mind that. To me, like they should have had some trap where they trip him and he falls into some or something, or they dump a whole canister on him and it melts him away. The whole thing with the city flooding with toxic waste is stupid. Like, this movie isn't bad enough as it is. It gets even worse when you get down to the end of this damn thing. I just don't understand, like, where is the toxic waste going? They wouldn't just have it going into the ocean or the bay or the river. And I don't like this look of Jason at all. I know it's supposed to be half waterlogged, half toxic waste. Have you guys seen? Did you watch the deleted scenes of this thing? How they basically have a big gigantic Jason head. Like, where's the water coming from? They got that big giant Jason head, and you see the kid in its mouth. Looks like the tox been on steroids, and Jason goes to hell. That's true. Like, the mask is melted into his face. Well, like, I don't like that whole part there of her seeing him as a boy and stuff. Oh, what's on fire? I don't even understand what that is. But I don't mind, like, the toxic waste, like his body like deteriorating. That would have been a good scene. I don't even understand what just happened. Like, what was the fire? And why is all of a sudden now he a little boy? None of this makes any fucking sense whatsoever. His hand was sticking up. Where is his hand? Oh, I see it over there. So I have no clue what the hell just what happened there. So to me, part 7 and 8 have some of the weakest endings of all, because number 7, if they went with their original plan ending where her father as a zombified dead person come up out of the water and grabbed him and pulled him down, that's fine. But her father didn't, it looked fine, comes up out of the water, and then you don't see anything about that at the beginning of this one. And then this one, I don't even, is she seeing him as a little boy because that was the one who attacked her, and she's seeing him, he died. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't care, but these movies are pretty iconic as far as, 80s and 90s horror go. So they should have made a little bit of fucking sense. But I remember going into the theater and watching this one and being totally disappointed at the end, and even back in 1989. And then it ends with the cool song again. How does he come back to be Big Jason and Jason Goes to Hell? And then that made no sense in that movie when she was running and the FBI came out of nowhere. Well, no, they drew him. It was an FBI. We'll talk about that when we watch it, but it was an FBI trap for him. She went there to draw him out. I don't think, like I said, I think that's the girl seeing him as a little kid. I don't think Jason himself was a little kid. I think he got washed away in the toxic waste. I think the little kid was her seeing it as a little kid because that was the one who tormented her whole life, those visions. So she needed to see him as a little kid dead to get it out of her mind. That's why I'm gonna take it. But one of the best parts of this movie is the theme song. I like it. There's a couple people that have remastered this and posted it on YouTube, and they did a really good job. I was hoping we get to 2,600 subscribers by the end of the year, man. I've gotten 84 subscribers in the last 28 days. That's the most I've ever gotten, I think, in a month's period of time. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll go ahead and watch. We'll go back to Sundays. Hopefully we'll get a couple of regulars back. I'm glad we went ahead and knocked this one out of the way. At least we talked about the movie more. So if anybody watches this back, they can hear us talk more about the movie. You got to work tomorrow's Sunday. You got to work Monday, Doug. You don't work on New Year's Day, do you? Are you off until Tuesday? Yeah, I mean, basically, from what I know, she is an FBI agent, and they're using her as a decoy to draw him out and then chase him, let him chase her into the woods so they can hit him with those bombs. No holidays or weekends. So you don't work any holidays or weekends. Well, that's good. Oh, look, I didn't even run the banner. There was nobody fucking here anyway. So that's fine. But I need to do it in case anybody watches this back, because sometimes I get more views during the week than I do afterwards. So this has been the watch along for Friday 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. You can send super chats. Afterwards, you can send super thanks, or you can hit me on my Cash App if anybody wants to support the channel. I really do appreciate everybody that comes on here normally. Yeah, so this is the one that's got the mini faces of Jason on it. I don't remember where I got this. Somebody might have got this from me, like at Burlington or somewhere. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna clear out some of this stuff behind me now that Christmas is over, and I finally did that Bray Wyatt video that I forgot to make, the unboxing of that, so now I can go put Mercy the Buzzard back up. Maybe that's where my mom got it. Maybe it was Kohl's. I knew it wasn't like Walmart or whatever. It's a much better made shirt. It's pretty thick. I like it. This is one of my favorite shirts. So I recorded some stuff. So you'll see a couple videos this week where I'm wearing this shirt. So either way, a lot of times when I'm setting up, I kill two birds with one stone and record some stuff while I'm getting ready to go live. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I've had so much to drink. And since it's only a couple of you guys, I'm going to go ahead and head off of here and close out early and not hang back like we do normally. Do I work at all? I haven't worked this week, and I go back on Wednesday. So I'm not working New Year's Day, or I took the day off after. The day after a holiday where we work is usually crazy. So I typically try not to work. What extra shirts? We mean codes? Oh, I don't know. I might save some, and next week if we have I might throw one on Instagram randomly, and then I might randomly during one of the streams, maybe I'll do some trivia or something. Like for whatever movie we watch, I'll think of a couple of trivia questions, and whoever gets the most of them or something, I'll give it away, or maybe I'll just randomly throw it up on the screen. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I'll give them away. But since you always support me, I wanted the two of you, you and Rick, to have first dibs on whichever one you wanted before I did that. Yeah, I've already got that one upside down over here on the side. I had already bought that. Like, see, I do digital sometimes, And one time, Voodoo, this is probably a couple years ago, had I didn't have Maximum Overdrive in HD. I only had it on a DVD, and they did one of their sales where it was like $3 to $5 or something. So I bought some of those like every couple weeks or month. Voodoo will sometimes have a sale where they get some stuff like $3 to $5, and there's been some movies that have come up on there that didn't have Blu-rays at the time. So sometimes I randomly get like Caddyshack 2 has no widescreen Blu-ray. So I've got that on Voodoo Digital just so movies like that. So I already had that. And Animal House and The Sting is because I had the regular releases and I bought the steel books. I don't know where Smile already had, and then we got Smile in that set we bought, the Paramount Screams. Well, you know what? When we get off of here, I don't think Black Phone is going to work because I think that might be one. I thought at first I had done it in 4K through a sale, and then I bought the 4K, but I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and I'll send you a photo of a Black Phone when we get off of this. If it works, you can have it. If it doesn't, don't be mad, please. So I'll send it to you since Rick said he didn't need any of them. Because the rest of them I know are good. That's the only one I don't think is going to work. So as soon as we get off of here, I'll send it to you. So yeah, I appreciated you guys. Your Doug and Rick, and it says somebody else is watching. They haven't chimed in yet. And then Cody came by. So hopefully we'll get the regular crew back together next week. We're back on Sunday nights at 10. And we're going to watch Jason Goes to Hell the final Friday. So I'll probably go ahead and make the post tomorrow, and that way more people will see it. Yep, everybody have a happy New Year. That's what I'm going to say. Anybody that watches this later, if you watch it before the New Year, I just want to let you know I really do appreciate you supporting me in the channel. I probably didn't think that I would have gotten this far already. So hopefully we'll get to 3,000 subscribers soon, and I'll do another giveaway. I've got my Jeffy Awards coming up. Doug will be on there. He sent me a video. I was going to do it already, but I've got at least 3 stragglers that won't hurry up and send me their videos. So I've already told them that if I don't get their videos, I'm going to go ahead and record my part, and I'll just go ahead and do their video myself. But Cody's got a video. Gigi said she couldn't do one, unfortunately. I don't know if you guys support any other YouTubers, but Drum Dumbs is a YouTuber that I like. He did one. I've got a couple of surprise guests that have done one, and a couple of other YouTubers, and then just a couple of people that are friends of me online. So I want to get everybody involved that can help me, and then maybe next year I'll be even bigger, and I'll do it even bigger and better. So I'll record that video this week and edit it, and it'll post shortly after the new year. So I really appreciate you guys support me. Anybody that watches, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit a like on any video and comment on every video. It really does help. And yeah, mid-level B. He's already sent me his video, so he recorded the best. I think he's doing the Criterion one. Yeah, he's a nice guy. So I chatted with him for a few minutes. He's doing one. I got one of the toy hunters doing one of my toy videos. I've got some people that have been in some of the movies that I've talked about on the channel as far as indie stuff. I've got Peter did one. I've got another director that did one. So it's probably going to be about a half and half. It'll probably be about 15 to 20 awards. I'll probably do 1 or 2 and then bring a special guest on to do their video. And then I'll do the physical media ones first. Then I'll do some toys, 2 or 3. And then I'll do the special awards at the end. you've seen Cody's. What, did he send it to you? How'd you see Cody's? I sent it to you. Yeah, I sent you Cody's as a reference. So yeah, sorry, that was me. I'm stupid. But either way, I really appreciate all you guys support me. Looking forward to the Jeffy Awards. I've got a bunch of unboxings that I've recorded. I'm going to do my 10 favorite steel books of the year. I've got that due. I'm going to do my 10 favorite box sets of the year, and I'm going to do my 10 favorite catalog titles of the year. So those are going to be done on the heels of the Jeffy Awards. So I got that. I've got a Goodwill video coming out. Can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. I got a special unboxing from Pro Wrestling Loot I'm going to do. And then I might have another unboxing from where I bought some stuff from MVD Shop during their Black Friday sale, and it took forever for the boxes to get here. So I finally got those. So, yeah, appreciate everybody. Night, don't get too drunk. I'm not. I think I'm about done with all that. So I'll send you the code when we get off here. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JEFFMAN316. I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen.